There's an urgent push to avert a potential nationwide rail strike this midday. President Biden is asking Congress to immediately take up legislation to adopt a tentative deal on work contracts that some of the rail worker unions have already rejected. The White House says a strike would devastate the U.S. economy. ABC's Faith Abube reports.
The White House racing against the clock to keep rail workers on the job and avoid what President Biden says would be a crippling shutdown of the nation's critical freight railroads. Rail workers could abandon their posts as soon as next Friday if all 12 unions that represent them do not unanimously agree to a tentative work deal reached in September. President Biden urging Congress to step in and force a deal.
There's a lot to do, including resolving the train strike, what we're doing now, and Congress, I think, has to act to prevent it. It's not an easy call, but I think we have to do it. The economy's at risk.
So far, 8 of the rail workers' unions have agreed to the tentative deal led by the Biden administration this fall. It comes with a 24% pay raise for rail workers by 2024, annual bonuses of $1,000 and a cap on health care premiums. But the contract talks stalled as 4 of the unions, which represent a majority of the workers, also pushed for paid sick leave to be added. Experts say a strike would devastate the U.S. economy and affect everything from our water supply to food and farm products. Hundreds of business groups, including the American Trucking Associations, joining President Biden's call for Congress to override the unions voting against the negotiated agreement.
The president and Congress have come to the realization that a strike would be too hard on the economy, particularly at this time when inflation is so high.
And Speaker Nancy Pelosi says the House will consider legislation this week to avoid a rail shutdown. Democrats will need at least 10 Senate Republicans in order to approve any measure. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.